Hello everyone, welcome to Analog IS Prelims High Yielding Series for Prelims 2020, and the topic for today's video is agroforestry and its relation to dealing with climate change. So what exactly is agroforestry? So if we have to simply define it, it can be said as a collective name for a land use pattern where you will involve trees, crops and animals on the same piece of land in order to ensure best outcomes and resource efficiency. So agroforestry is a collective name for land use systems involving trees combined with crops, animals on the same unit of land. So the purpose is to ensure that the production of multiple outputs with protection of the resource base. So we know that agriculture and climate change are very deeply intertwined. Agriculture is responsible for 30% of the global greenhouse gas emissions, and it is the root cause for almost 80% of the tropical deforestation. So there has been a widespread consensus that agroforestry is the method to go about when you want to nurture both natural ecosystems with a reversal in the trend of these disturbing trends. So where do the interactions actually happen? Interactions happen basically on these three levels. First one is in the field where trees and crops are grown together. Because of this, there is an optimum utilization of resources. Second interaction happens on the farms where you can ensure that the fodder for the livestock is given through the harvesting. After harvest, like say for example, if you are harvesting paddy, the left out crop stubble instead of being burned can be used for livestock grazing. Secondly, we can use it as a source of fuel also, but that is not sustainable if we do it on cereal crops. There are certain other types of crops which can be exclusively used for biofuels. So they can also act as food sources in some cases, or even they can act as a shelter or income from products including timber can be produced from agroforestry. The next interaction happens on landscapes because this is considered a climate smart farming system. This enables an economically viable production, but at the same time it also ensures that a significant amount of land restoration, climate change mitigation and even safeguarding the local biodiversity is taken care of. Simultaneously, we also have a mechanism where we can strengthen the food and nutritional securities of the growing population. Therefore, this is considered to be very important for securing the ecosystem services. With agroforestry, degraded land can be transformed into food growing carbon sinks. So what are the leading sources for carbon dioxide emissions? Firstly, it is the animal agriculture. Animal agriculture is responsible for 18% of the greenhouse gas emissions. And this is more than the combined exhaust from all sources of transportation. Intensive agriculture is characterized by monoculture. So what is monoculture? You only grow one kind of a crop again and again on the same piece of land. This is aimed at feeding farm animals, and it is one of the sectors that generate the highest amount of carbon dioxide emissions. Secondly, livestock and their byproducts account for at least 32,000 million tons of carbon dioxide, or 51% of the worldwide greenhouse gas emissions. So the biggest single source is methane or CH4. So the single source is methane because, for example, if you take the case of cow burps or manure, methane is the gas that comes out. The manure left on pasture emits nitrous oxide. It is a greenhouse gas with a much stronger global warming potential per ton when you compare to carbon dioxide. So there is another concept called enteric fermentation. This enteric fermentation, it is a natural digestive process that occurs in ruminant animals like cattle, sheep, goats, etc. And this accounts for 40% of the agricultural production of global greenhouse gas emissions. So this data is for the last 20 years only. You can imagine from industrial era, how much emissions might have occurred with the emerging meat and dairy industry. Now, let us have a look at this question. Basically, this question is about mixed forestry and shelter belts. Let us have a look. Mixed forestry is a practice of forestry for raising fodder grass with scattered fodder trees, fruit trees, and fuel wood trees on suitable wasteland. So, we have already seen that the main purpose of forestry is not just to ensure resource efficiency, but also to change and revive land use patterns which have once been discarded or degraded. So, this is a right statement. Secondly, with respect to shelter belts is defined as a belt of trees and shrubs maintained for the purpose of shelter from wind, sun, snowdrift, etc. So, as mangroves acted as a shield from natural calamities like tsunami, even in some areas, these agroforestry mechanisms are used as shelter belts. So, even this statement is right. So, both 1 and 2 are right. Now, for this question number 2, please pause the video and post your answer along with an explanation in the comment box. That's it for this video. Thank you.